we go.
Dude, my camera's so bad. You guys got your 4K cameras out?
I just got one, so holla at your boy. Upgrading.
Stepping up in the world. Thinking about getting one like yours, G, so I have to have this big camera right in my face where I can't see anything.
It's pretty neat. Schmeat.
What were you using before? Just the computer camera?
Yeah, it was pretty grainy.
Look at mine. Mine's not the greatest thing on the planet.
Instagram issues. Instagram is currently experiencing a platform-wide issue with RTMP streaming affecting third-party streaming services.
Perfect.
Oh, we're live. We're on over there.
It says the issue seems to be impacting users differently based on their location. Our team is in touch with its engineers at Meta to gather more details. Well,
see? Found us.
Hey. I'm terrified of AI. I'm not going to lie. One day it's going to be Terminator-esque.
iRobot.
Dude, I can't handle it. It's like the only thing that can, like, really scares me. Like, I'm not afraid of, like, Russia invading. We have the largest militia in the world. Like, come on, baby. Come on, Bubba.
Oklahoma could take Russia.
I don't know. Maybe. Oklahoma teaming up with the South will definitely, I think, could take, if they invaded, yes, I think we could take them.
Okay, could take
our well, it'd be our military versus our second military.
Mm-hmm.
All the rednecks.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
my headphones are being wild tonight. All right, I got them. All right, so let me check a couple more things and we'll get started. All right, so if you guys are joining, this will be episode 46 for the week. If you get bored at work tomorrow, it'll be up if you want to re-listen to it, or if your buddy didn't get to tune in because he's being, I don't know, a loser, then let him know that we're live. So, or let him know we'll be up tomorrow, and he can get up, or he can get a little bit of work time watching our podcast. So, we have a couple comments already. It's gonna be the same thing. Tonight we're gonna kind of talk about what we're doing for the year, and then we'll really get to the questions. If there's questions that are not over our topic, if someone asks a question during our topic, we'll go ahead and down goes Gunner. We'll go ahead and bring it up. He's like completely gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's all right. He'll be back.
It says
Zach Gajowski. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
It was like showing the sidebar. It was like blinking, and it was like it was gonna give me like some kind of something. Like I couldn't handle it. Like it was like making you guys big and small. I should have taken a video of it. It was terrible. But I couldn't do it for an hour and a half.
Also, another thing, Jamie's joining us tonight. You guys seen him on our channel a little bit. We're about to get him a camera set up so he can start videoing some of his stuff. We're excited to bring that along. And then we got a couple other people getting cameras. So we are stepping up in the world. We have videos up finally. I wish I knew what button it was to send the cheer thing. But finally I got those up. So yeah, we're stepping up. Definitely check our stuff out. Start off the night, Zach Gajowski said, the fellas, we're back. And then Nick Dawa with Unbound Archery said, what up? Nick, I got your strings today, dude. So I'll be ready to put those on. My bow will be complete. So
I need to shoot my bow. Pretty bad.
Jeez, I hope you've been shooting it all year.
Not this year. No, this year's been slow. Too busy fishing.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I don't get that part. I've been shooting a lot, but I've been fishing a lot. So, what have you been fishing for?
Walleyes mostly.
Walleye. Do you do any? Do you do any crappie fishing this time of year, or is that pretty much during the ice season?
No, we caught them in the spring. Smoked them in spring, actually.
Oh yeah, I remember you sent me pictures. My bad.
I don't know. That was like 2 months ago. I haven't went since.
Are you still? Do you do any like summer walleye tournaments or?
We did last year, but we didn't do anything this year. No.
Yeah.
Next year, hopefully, might do a couple.
But you do the ice fishing tournaments, right?
Oh yeah, we did a bunch last winter. Yep, I think we did. Well, maybe like 8 last summer or last winter.
His dad outfished us when I was there.
He did. He whooped us. It was bad.
So we've been talking. I'm going to pop this up real quick. Nick Dahl said, I heard Gunner wants pink and yellow twist strings.
It'd be kind of tough. It'd be a little tough.
Oh, I told him you don't like bright colors. I said, he sent me that set and said, would Gunner use these? And I said, too bright, but I'll go ahead and ask him just in case.
It was close. I mean, it was. If I was going to use bright colors, it'd be that set, if we're going to be honest. So, I mean.
But I'm sure Nick's tired of me. It took me about 3 months to put together my string colors. And I know he's tired of me because as soon as I told him that night, less than like 4 hours later, he was sending me a picture packaging them up. So I know he was like, I got to get these made and sent before he changes his mind again. Because I'd be like, maybe I want these. What would this look like? And he's like, dude, I can't pick what you want. I'm like, you got to give me some ideas, man.
For colors?
What?
I saw you got new ones. What did you get? Black?
Yeah, no. So you can't see it, and that's what Nick was like. You're not going to be able to see these colors if you're looking at your bow. And I'm like, man, I want to just tie every color in my bow with my strings. I don't want bright colors. So let me mute my phone. Sorry. So I went with pine and is it gunmetal, I believe, twist, and then black serving. Okay. So you really can't see it unless you look at it, but it ties the microfiber or the carbon fiber. Microfiber is furniture stuff. Carbon fiber mixes that gray, and then my black, and then of course my ambush green all together. So
you got a whole mix in there, Jesus.
Oh,
mine's just blaze orange and black.
Yeah, my next ones will be a little bit more colorful because I don't know, that bow. I'm gonna rebuild my helium probably next year, and have Nick make me some colors for that. I think it's gonna be probably an orange and black something.
You just gonna use that one as a backup bow?
I want to rebuild it. It's my first bow that I actually killed something with, so I want to rebuild it since it broke last year, and then just bring it back. Kind of be a cool little episode. So, yes, sir. I had something to say, but oh yeah. So one of our videos that went up today, I'm going to start a deal talking about breakdown of my archery setup, kind of break down why I went with stuff. I'm totally new, so I'm doing it hopefully for the new people that are scared to ask questions. I can be the guy that answers those or finds answers, and so I'm not an expert. So completely why I'm doing this is to hopefully help someone that's like, I have questions, or what about this? I'm going to be the guy. I'll be the test dummy for you guys. So, and then if you know something I don't and I said something wrong, comment it because it doesn't hurt my feelings. I promise.
Yeah, some guy, you just open the floodgate. Some guy's going to be like, this dummy Taylor.
It doesn't bother me. I'm sure I'm smarter on some subjects than other people are.
Like telephone pole.
Electric. Jeez.
Electric.
See, proved my point. Just kidding. Zach, geez, I'm making all sorts of names. Zach Gajowski said Gunner needs to make a Cubs bow or blue strings. Your Chill has blue strings, but it's not Cub colors, is it?
It was supposed to be kind of a cubby bow. But it ended up being like a lot of blue and black is what it ended up being. Not as much red. But yeah.
You should get some colors for the Cubs for that bow. Bring it back.
Should.
Yeah.
He'll curse
the World Series.
Next year for
the World
shot.
Series, I might.
Next year for shot, we should complete our old bows and go shoot one shot series with our old bows.
Do you guys have a schedule?
Cool. No, I'm actually meeting with them for lunch to pick up something pick up a target I won. I was supposed to go today, but they had a big wig show up. So we're either going tomorrow or next week, and we're going to talk about that stuff. So
I'll have to make a trip to that.
yeah, definitely, dude. It's a blast. I don't remember. I think if I remember right, Arkansas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and they might throw Texas in there or Missouri, maybe.
Kansas won't be too bad, and that's nowhere near as far.
Yeah, no, it's Kansas is pretty. Oh, is that the screen doing that again?
Yeah, because every time I click the X on the thing that does the Instagram, like the thing talking about Instagram's down or whatever, it
Yeah.
just sits there and it blinks.
Well, dang, our Instagram is closed off. It's all right. I'll tell you one thing: StreamYard and Instagram have been fighting for a long time because nothing on Instagram. Oh, maybe it's not, but it's right here. Okay, I lied. It is here. Anyways, comments on Instagram will not pull up on StreamYard. So we miss people all the time. What?
I think that happened last time we streamed.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time it happens. So I don't know what's about that. So, oh, geez, I'm changing everything up. Oh, yeah.
Nice. There you go.
We are. All right, we're back. My bad. I'm a kid. I'm going to stop touching stuff. So we're going to talk about kind of what we're going to do for the year and then, or like what our plans for the year are. And then, geez, what is going on in here? Anyways, I'm going to go back to what we were saying. My bad. So we're going to talk about kind of what we're going to do for the year, our plans and our hunts, and then roll into some other subjects that I have some. If you guys have some, we're on those. So we'll start with Jamie. You just start telling us what what your hunting plans are this year.
I guess it's kind of all over. August 3rd or August 29th, bow opens in North Dakota. So, well, actually, we'll go back. Early goose is the 14th. So we'll probably, me and some of my buddies will probably go out at least once for that. And then bow opens the end of August. And that'll be an all fall grind. I did just pick up some private though. So for once, I'll actually be able to poke around and not have to fight with everybody on public. But yeah, bow opens the 29th of August. That'll be fun. This year's been kind of weird. Crops are, depending on where you are, you could skip a county and they didn't have any rain, but where I'm at, we've got a decent amount of rain, so crops are pretty good. But the private I have is wheat and beans right now, so it's not my favorite, but I mean, it'll still be fine. There's corn nearby. Might go to the Badlands to bow hunt for a little bit because I got a scout a little bit later. My dad got his once in a lifetime cow elk tag for North Dakota. Not as cool as a bull for North Dakota, but he's been putting in for, probably 39, 40 years, something like that. And he hasn't drew his bull tag. So he decided this year was the year he wanted to get his bull or his elk in North Dakota. So he decided to get a cow tag. I think his success rate was like 97 or 96%. Last year, one of my best friends, his wife got her elk tag. She decided to get a cow, and we were pretty successful with that hunt. So trying to replicate that with my dad, and we'll see if I get that camera, we'll probably have the whole thing filmed out, so that'll be good video.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I'm hoping here soon I'll probably get some videos of some pre-scouting for deer stuff too.
Yeah. And then don't you have it wasn't you said there was a week you guys are coming up and or everyone from Ohio is coming over to waterfowl hunt?
Yeah, so a little bit later, October, I got a whole crew of Ohio boys coming up to the Dakotas to see what real duck hunting's like. And I think only one of them, maybe two of them have ever been up here to hunt at all. And they think 10 ducks coming in is crazy. They're in for a rude awakening when like 200-300 mallards come by and land in the spread. Yeah. Gunner just got a little taste of it during early goose. I mean, ducks do it perfect early goose, but there's nothing like a cut cornfield in October, November. They just
Yeah.
eat it up. Yeah, that'll be a good time. Be able to film that too.
Yeah, field hunting for ducks is incredible. We've done a little bit of it last couple of years, a little bit more than previous years, but man, that's special to see him work that.
Oh yeah, Gunnar was licking his chops during early goose, watching mallards land in the wheat field and can't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was they did it dirty. We have some good duck hunting in fields if we can get in them.
Yeah, for like a week of the year.
No, I mean we don't have as many fields that we hunt. That's the problem.
yeah.
But we
get
can
leased
we can
out
get
too
them.
fast.
We can if we get on fields, we can have some really good field hunts. But yeah,
I think that's a big thing too. Like with the Ohio guys, like they're used to pure public, like that's all they get. That's kind of how you guys are too. I mean, unless you're paying a farmer, I mean, you're hunting public. Like here, I mean, I could, if you talk to the right person, you could lock down 20 fields for a whole season. I mean, or you can just baja around and you see a field that's not posted and there's birds on it. It's free game, first come first serve. So it's a lot different here than it is a lot of places.
And you're kind of one of the first stops too on the way down.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean-
here they've learned a couple tricks.
Oh yeah.
Seeing everyone, and they see the first years, the newbies, and they see the experts, and they get to Oklahoma.
They call this place South Canada.
Yeah, they call us, I don't know, like North California, something like that, wherever birds
Canada.
don't fly.
they
Pretty
tried to
much.
call us Canada of the Midwest
Yeah, they did, and then
for a little
now we
bit.
have
Onyx
a guide
did.
on every mile section.
Yeah, Onyx did that one. They did that little duck tour there back when I was in like junior high
Yeah,
school, and yeah, screw those guys.
Different when you do guiding down there though. I mean the guides have so much land.
yeah,
We noticed that like every field you go by, like there was gonna be guides there the next day. I mean
what's crazy is like they promise they're gonna, they're like, we'll bring, let's say 15 guys, pay you $50 to $75 a gun on the farmer, and he's like, heck yeah, and then they'll wait until it gets loaded. So we got to sit here and watch a few birds land in a field that we can go smash, but they want 15 to 20 guys, and
Right.
they might not even get it. So I think I will say I've heard, and I'm not saying all of them, there's some really good guide companies that take care of everything and are really respectful, but it's the bad ones that have really ruined it here. But I do know a lot of them is shut down for baiting and drugs. Like they do the drugs, not the ducks. And
Well,
then
that's what Oklahoma
yeah, it's like there's certain ones that are buying everything out, and so I think before too long there's gonna be a few big ones. I won't be able to have everything, so I better open back up again. I hope, but
That's one thing we're blessed of out here. Like there's guides, but it's not. North Dakota hasn't really been monopolized on guiding yet, and I'm hoping it never really does. Like I know farmers that absolutely hate guides here, and like they'll
starting here.
they'll straight up ask you like, if you're a guide, I don't want you here. But I mean, for the most part, it's just out of state people. The last few years, like with COVID, duck hunting was a little bit harder just because there was a lot more guys, it seemed like, around. But I think these Ohio guys are gonna be in for a rude awakening on what real duck hunting looks like.
Yeah, I wanna come up there one year. That'd be a blast.
Oh yeah,
Just shoot ducks in a field for a week. Don't have to worry about water.
you got to hunt water once in a while.
In my old age, it sounds a lot better.
Shooting puddle ducks is fun here, though.
Well, Jamie just throws out like 5 dozen freaking silos, and they just do it nasty,
Yeah, you don't need
Like
very
it's-
many decoys.
like it's nothing. And then we're over here like, should we throw out the mojo? I don't know. Is it gonna flare them today, or are they gonna like that? Should we throw out like, let's add like 5 dozen geese to our 5 dozen ducks? Like we try crap all the time to just try to make it look different.
I've
Yeah,
argued
usually though,
about it.
if the duck's been there, we could throw out a goose decoy
Yeah.
and kill ducks. But
Yeah.
it's
See,
the
that's
geese.
the difference here. We don't like. I fight with my buddies sometimes. They swear up and down we got to put duck decoys out. And I'm like, man, we can put a dozen honkers out there, and the ducks. You don't even have to quack at them. The ducks will come wherever that spinner's at. They'll hit the spinner. I mean,
Yeah, not here.
I don't want to boast about North Dakota too much. Everybody can stay away, but the more spinners, the better up here. I guess it's not that way down there.
No.
Gunner's over here. Turn that spinner off. We're
I've-
trying to
Well,
make the spinner go faster.
we run mojos and stuff, and sometimes it really works, but sometimes you'll just
Most
be
times.
watching and they will flare like
Later
you
in the
wouldn't
season.
believe, and we're like, whoa. And then
Dude,
we'll turn that spinner off, and then they come in. So
They flare here if you don't have one.
Wow.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
you put a
it's-
spinner on, they'll hit it in a field. Like you'll get a group of they'll turn the spinner off. They'll hit it so hard.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like later season, throwing out a smaller spread when you know that place has been loaded, and then it absolutely you just hammer them. And you're like, well, only got a half dozen to pick up, and you're like, you know what I mean? We have 8-9 dozen floaters sitting there, and you're like, this is weird. It's
Yeah, I think
just-
the most decoys we ever put out in a honker field was maybe 25 dozen, 20 maybe,
yeah.
and we maybe only needed 5, 10. You don't need 20.
Do you guys get a bunch of lessers up there?
Lately, yeah, like the last probably 3 years, there's been a lot more, and man, they'll kick you. Man, they're bad. I hate them so much. Little geese are mean.
Yeah.
You think there's a group of 20 honkers coming, and all of a sudden, they don't sound right. And then they don't start working very good.
Yeah. Lessers are wild. They get me so mad.
You get confident because they come from so far, and then they just flare.
Or just fly by.
Yeah, or they'll just fly right over top of you. Yeah, like you
or
don't
land 100 yards out there and sit
They
there
do
and
that.
talk to you.
Yeah, they'll be in the field in the same spot we're at for 8 days, and we'll go out there and they land at the other end. They're like, ah. And it's
Yep.
like there is nothing changed. We got the same wind you guys been landing on. We got
And then
hides. It's
or
just
land
wild.
with them.
Yeah. Or they'll just get up from their roost and you'll see them and they'll fly the opposite direction. You're like,
Oh,
what?
that happens so much. That's why we don't hunt geese. We hunt ducks.
Yeah.
Oh heck, we had one time. I've got a place that we hunt that we can hunt the field, and we hunted the field, Jamie. We hunted the pond. You know the place that has where we hunted the canvasbacks.
Yep.
That field gets loaded with geese sometimes, but it seems like
We hunted the field.
yeah, we hunted the field too.
Sure,
But sometimes those
They didn't care.
geese don't roost on that pond when they're coming to that field.
Right.
And that's whenever we can do really well on that field. But last year there were like geese everywhere on that field, everywhere, and they didn't roost there the night before I went. The 2 nights before they didn't roost there, and then of course we get there that morning, after I had scouted them, and they were we could hear them over there on the pond, and we're like,
Yeah.
what is this crap? And so we got like one shot into them, but yeah, it's stuff like that happens to us all the time.
Luckily, what saved us was the ducks that day.
Mhm. Yeah.
We had a widgeon landing and walking around our spread. It's pretty cool.
If you got
We had
widget,
one.
make your day better.
We had
Oh,
one
widgets
good
are
hunt
wild.
last year. Me and Taylor had one good hunt last year.
One and only one is what I went on.
It was a good one though.
Yeah.
It was a good one. It was a fun one, but last
We're
year
changing
was
that,
not
though.
good.
I think
We're
I
changing
went
that.
3 times last year, and I think I did decent every time, but wasn't. I don't know. Since I moved, I haven't went very much. Sadly.
We'll go more this year. We just had a wild year last year. So a lot of things are changing this year for us. So
This year's going to be busy for you anyway.
they'll be all
Maybe
right.
not you, but Gunner. He's got tags falling out of his pockets.
Me,
Uh-huh. Yeah, but December, January, not really.
That's true. Yeah, that
I
is
don't
nice
really-
for you guys. You get ducks so much later. Like
yeah.
it
Our
snows,
ducks,
gone.
sometimes we don't. So Taylor and I, when we were in college, we would just Christmas break was heaven. That's kind of when we just got after it, Christmas break, and into
that's
the first of the year.
Like
Is-
come during Christmas break. We're like,
That's-
okay, it's weird, but all right.
That's usually when it kind of really gets going. The mallards get down and gets cold, and we have a few properties that don't freeze up all the time, and so like there'll be years where we have a lot of birds, but last year was not one of them. But
Is
Good
this
year.
this is a random here, I'll ask it after. I'm gonna bring up a couple comments. Brian Thomas, he said Taylor's the pink fan. He's talking about color of bowstrings. You think you're funny, huh?
I think you should get hot pink.
Yeah. And then Light Scene from YouTube asked, what is this channel about? Very long story, very short, hunting, fishing, loving every day. I think someone wrote a song about it. So,
Yeah.
and making a difference using the outdoors. Forgot that part. That's pretty important. But dang it, wasn't. Do you guys coyote hunt much up there?
I mean, there's a lot of guys that do. There's tournaments up here.
Really?
I know, yeah, there's like county tournaments where they like. I think there's some groups that do county stuff where they'll call like all the farmers and they'll like pre-schedule and they'll give like each team will get like so many acres of people land and then they'll just go out for 2 or 3 nights and then they do like weight tournaments on them. But I mean, we got so many trappers and guys that are doing it for work that there, I don't know. It's not a huge thing, but there's definitely guys that do it.
Yeah. I just don't know why I thought of that, but
Should do more. There's a lot of coyotes though. A lot of coyotes. More people need a trap in this state. It would help the ducks a lot.
yeah, the same here. And turkeys. Not really ducks. We don't really have breeding here, but I was really going towards turkeys when I said that.
It would help our turkeys a lot. We don't have hardly any turkeys.
Yeah. Dakota right next to you does, apparently.
it does. South Dakota has a lot of turkeys.
When I go down there for work, man, I see probably 100 every time.
John just puts a dent in them every year. My gosh, that guy.
He shot like 7 this year.
Yeah, he's got like 15 tags every year and fills at least half of them. He does it in different areas. I will give him that. He does it.
He's too this year, I think.
Huh?
He shot what?
He shot a couple species, like subspecies.
Yeah, he did. So he goes like he'll kill one off one piece and he'll just go completely to a different piece.
Yeah,
like,
he was out west.
That's what he does. Yeah,
Black Hills stuff.
Yeah, he killed one of the Black Hills. Well, they killed 2 or 3 in the Black Hills, but it wasn't just him. It was their group. And then he'd go by Webster and kill some. Then he'd go up by Pierre. I mean, he just pumps around. And he usually gets some tribal tags to go hunt on their lands. And he goes out there and shoots 1 or 2. And then, yeah. So Missouri River, he loves hunting on the Missouri. But
you guys should come up here and pheasant hunt. That's what we should do.
I know.
Taylor can bring the dogs.
I only have one now, so.
Oh no, were they trained though, or are they not pheasant trained?
They were.
They were. I wasn't sure because I didn't know if you ever took them up here or not.
Not up there, but we did stuff around here.
Oh, okay.
Brian Thomas said, Oklahoma problems. We don't have enough trappers. Talking about turkey numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just everywhere right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fur prices are nothing. You can't even.
Yeah.
And that's not what we should base it off of, but you have to invest a lot of time and money.
I think it's a lot.
Like it would incentivize me.
Well, yeah, when it was $20 for a raccoon and you could go put out 6 traps in one place and have 6 coons overnight in high school.
Yeah.
I promise you my raccoon trapping and probably I'll say so at school we had like $2 pizza days like every other day. And then we had like $5 sandwiches or you can go to the lunchroom. And those were in 2 different rooms. You could either go to the lunchroom, get your normal cafeteria stuff, or you can go to the landing room is what they called it. And they had like 3 companies bring stuff. I promise you in my single year, my raccoon trapping money paid for all that for my whole year during high school.
Well, think about you catch a couple coons and you catch a nice cat one night back then. Dude, you're rolling around like happy.
Yeah, one cat I caught was $500 and something before school, and we went back later and we caught raccoons midday. So in one day I made $600 in high school. I was top of the world. I was like, I don't need to do anything.
I could pray for that right now. God dang.
Yeah, even $5, you could make. You can get your money
cents back. Now.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
There's some they won't even take them now. Like,
Yeah.
like this year at least.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, even coyotes were like 40, 50.
Yeah.
That's
Up here, you could get like up to 80, 90 for some of the winter ones here.
still.
No. That's been a few years now.
It's like, buddy, I'm packing.
I got
I give
room.
Jamie a hard time about it. I said, if I have to get out of the country, I'm just gonna go to the Dakotas or something. Get
you-
right next to
You're
Canada.
up
Zach Gajowski, he commented and said, do y'all put out cameras on public right around now or wait until late August/September? I personally don't have a time that I really go out and put cameras. I know my areas where I'm going to hunt, so I really don't know. I don't have to go find deer, if that makes sense. And then if I go put the cameras in, usually I will have them out before October's here. But usually if I have like two areas really that I hunt the most, and I'll put cameras in there and sell cameras. I'll put them up high where no one will see them, which I bowed in, so the common guy isn't going to walk back there. But I've had people walk by them, never had anyone take them. But I'll put them up there, and if my deer are there, then I'll go hunt there. Or I have lots of private, which I'm very thankful for. But no, I really don't put them out now. Don't really want to go out there and fight the ticks and the mosquitoes right now. And so right now I don't really worry about it. Now, if I was only hunting public, absolutely, I'd want to go learn every spot I could. But for what I'm doing, no.
I think you accomplish a lot of the same stuff doing it like now as opposed to in a month, because until they kind of break out of that summer pattern, I think it'd be helpful to gather as much information as you can. I mean,
Yeah, if you
you're gonna
only
do
had
that,
to hunt public.
yeah.
Or if
But
you
like,
had a giant
yeah.
trying to figure out right where he's staying right now, that
Yeah.
would probably be helpful. But
Yeah.
man, the much water we have, the mosquitoes in my house, the ticks, you'd have to pour a whole bottle of permethrin on your body and hopefully you don't get any skin cancer from it and go out and still
Just
come back with ticks.
Just rather not.
Yeah. Are you guys able to put cameras up in North Dakota on public ground?
I think it's a month before season.
And then you have to take them off, or
yeah, they can't stay there all year round. Like, I think like season ended January 4th this year, and I think they had to be out like the 28th or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with like stands. You can put stands out, but there's like a certain like deadline they can and can't be out there.
That's like us, but no one listens to them.
Yeah, no. I found
It's wild to me. Yeah, it's wild to me what people just. They're not gonna do anything.
I found so many on public. No name, no nothing. Just sitting there.
Well, Jamie goes out. You hunted a little bit this December and January up there, and it looked like you were cold.
I was
It was cold up there. Yeah, it was cold up there then. Yeah.
It's not December there, up here, boy. It's cold. Yeah, I think when I shot the doe I shot this last year, it was December 31st.
Yeah.
And it was probably like 7 or 8 degrees.
We had that last year for a little bit, wasn't it? Last year.
We usually have like maybe 2 weeks of real.
Wasn't it?
Real
Was
rough.
last year or the week before? No, it was last year when everything just froze.
Last year, two years in a row now, we got really cold. Remember 2 years in a row in January, we had that where it was like -10 wind chill, which is like really cold here. But
yeah, I remember last winter you were crying to me about it. You're like, why did you let this matter?
I like the cold. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the week that it was real cold there, it was warmer here than it was there.
Yeah, I was bringing it up. I was like, man, it's like -15 wind chills here, and you were like, oh, it's 20 degrees here. You know, I was like, dadgummit, we're hunting ducks in January, and it's cold. But
yeah, when I shot my deer, the river was froze because I shot it on the river. For everything was froze, like 6 inches of snow. It was cold.
Jeez.
Jamie's not afraid to drive on that ice either.
No way.
He'll drive out there You'll drive out like what 8 inches?
No, not my truck. No, it's got to be over a foot thick before I put my truck on it.
Okay.
Ask Clay though. He knows how thin ice I'll walk on though.
Well, you'll walk on 2 inches.
He's watched it flex when I've ran for a flag before. That's never a good time.
It's all fun until it isn't.
He's not afraid. Jamie is not afraid of ice at all.
No, I'm good.
He brings a spud bar out there, and he'll test it on his way out. Like that's how backed up to the no-go date he gets, is he'll run out there and test it.
If what was the earliest I went was like 3 years ago, and it was 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
And I caught my limit of walleyes on like maybe 2 inches of ice.
Golly.
That was a good day.
I'd have stayed in.
And I think like 3-4 days later, the whole lake was open again.
Golly. We're hoping to get Jamie cameras for that too this year for some ice fishing content. I think that's something that a lot of people around us don't get to see. So I think that'd be really cool to bring.
We should have filmed the dang ice tournament. I think there's just too much going on.
Yeah. There was a lot going on. Now it was very doable. I don't know why. I think I may have just forgot the camera. It was right after old Uncle Sam fired me.
Oh yeah, that's true. That was the day.
I left the day after.
Yeah, that was not good.
Happened. But yeah, we should have done that. You wouldn't believe how many people you can pack into those ice houses. I didn't, it's pretty comfortable too.
Oh yeah, I just got a new one. I got another new. Yeah, I got another same exact one my dad has. So now we got 3 full-size hub thermals. So
it's fun, Taylor. You got to come.
Yeah,
we got a fish house for you.
You got to come, Taylor. It's fun. It's not. You sit there and you BS and you jig and you catch fish, and it's just a good time.
It's fun.
It's just fun. And you're warm because of the ice house, keeps the wind off you, and they have a little heater they can bring in there if it's really, really cold. But it's not miserable at all, especially if you don't mind the cold just kind of sitting up. If you're moving around in that cold, it's not near as bad as if you're just sitting down in it. So when you're setting up, it's really not bad either. Unless it's like blowing 50, I can imagine that's terrible. But
that tournament day was pretty rough.
It was cold that tournament day, and I needed to borrow a stocking cap because I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, the level of. He hops out the truck. I look at him. I'm like, "You got a hat?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "You're gonna need one in about 2 minutes." And he's like, "No, I'm fine." 5 minutes later, I'm looking at him. He's bundled up in his hood. I'm like, "You want a hat?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "I got one." He's like, "All right, fine."
Well, you don't realize, like, here you can get away with just a hood and a hat. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't get like the -30 wind chill type stuff. There, anything that is kind of exposed or wind can get in, you feel it drastically. So, like right here on my forehead, right here, because I didn't have a stocking cap on, boy, was that cold. Just right here, this line, and I was just like, oh my gosh, my forehead is gonna freeze. So I got that, and literally my stocking cap came down to here because I had to.
That day was cold. That was a cold tournament.
It was cold. It was cold though. It snowed on me.
The Devil's Lake ice fishing tournament is what you got to do. That's outside. You can't use anything.
I'll do whatever, man.
Outside, no electronics, no heater, no nothing.
They were making fun of me because my bibs were like the plush, like the hunter bibs.
Okay, he was wearing his Cabela's Instinct bibs.
They were warm. They didn't. So they're pretty much waterproof unless you just sit there and dunk in the water. So like I never got wet in them, but they were warm. They did the job. Now, I'll get some of those like waders that you guys had, or waders. Not gonna go in the water then. I'll get some. I'll get some of those like really nice bibs that you guys had.
Bibs are sweet.
Yeah, I'll end up getting some, especially when I start coming more. But yeah, so
yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah, Taylor's just dreaming. He's like, I'm living through you guys. I have no idea what ice fishing is.
It's tiny poles, just like you think, just like really tiny poles with like little jigs. You just jig like a crappie jigging.
I watch plenty of YouTube on it. Promise
It's-
that I've seen it.
It's
I like them
it's fun.
spearing when they spears at the pike.
Yeah, like I've never done that.
we had a
That
guy. There was a guy that fell in the lake. We think because remember
Yeah,
that the guy that fell
yeah.
through.
Yeah,
We
the
think
weed-
it's because
yeah.
it was so cold, and Jamie's like, "There's no way. There's no way a guy fell through the ice." We think Jamie thinks it was a guy that they cut a hole to spear, and they just didn't flag it.
Yeah, because some guy he was walking, he fell through the ice. It's like the ice was like 2.5, 3 feet thick. It's like there's no way he just fell through the ice. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, that was the place we were supposed to go that day, and we
Yeah,
decided
we were
not
like,
to.
yeah, we're not going there. Drive my truck into somebody's spear hole that they didn't mark on. No thanks.
how are you supposed to mark them?
Like most people just like break some branches off a tree and just stick them up, or just like use like whatever, just piece of wood with flag on it, like a little marker flag.
What do you do? Put it beside the hole, or
No, put it in it and let it freeze in it.
It'll freeze fast.
Most people like push snow into the hole to make it slushy, and then they'll stick like a steak or something in it just so people know where it is. Yeah, the holes don't. If it's outside, it'll freeze in like 10, 15 minutes. It'll be fully froze.
Hmm.
I mean, it won't be rock solid, but it'll be frozen enough
Yeah.
to like mess with.
Hmm.
But yeah, the fact that guy fell in, that didn't make any sense to me. Not that week. It was cold that week.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be a bad day.
It,
I've fallen in the ice in Oklahoma a couple of times, so I can only imagine what a little colder temperatures would be like.
I've had somebody fall in 3 inches away from me before. So
Did they go completely under?
I think he went almost to his waist, like slid off a pressure ridge into the lake, and I pulled him out.
There's
Yeah.
like so they have bibs that have floaty stuff in them now
Yeah,
that are pretty nice.
they're
If you
spendy,
can,
but they're worth it.
if you can afford them, they're pretty nice. It's a nice safety net to have for sure.
So I know we kind of got off topic, and we started Jamie about what we're gonna do for the year, and then we went to ice fishing. So I guess we'll go back to Gunner. Gunner, what are your hunting trips for the year you have planned? I know we've kind of talked about them, but
I've got early season muzzleloader tag in New Mexico for. I could shoot a mule deer or a whitetail, but if I'm going to New Mexico, I'll shoot mule deer. I'm sorry, unless there's a big old whitetail, I'll shoot a big old whitetail. But target's mule deer. So Dad and I have that tag. I believe it's the 27th of September to October 3rd, so it's early. It should be nice. Camping should be fantastic. It might be a little warm because it is like high plains type stuff, kind of getting into the foothills type stuff. But then after that, I can bow hunt South Dakota. I don't know if I will or not. I hope I have enough time to.
I'm coming if you do.
I'd really love to. If I get to do that, that'd be a blast.
Is that an all-state tag?
But yeah,
That's what I thought. Okay,
yeah,
so
I can
you're
go.
in good hands.
we can
Say
find
that again.
All state. The
We can
commercial.
find. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a statewide. So we'll try to figure that one out. But then after that, I had Drew McAllister here in Oklahoma, the ammunition plant with traditional equipment. It's tough, but I have the opportunity to see some
The biggest
ridiculous.
deer you ever see.
Yeah, I have an opportunity to see some ridiculous deer, and that'll be really fun. I get to do it with my dad. So he's already been shooting traditional, so he's got a leg up on me already. I've been starting to shoot. Hopefully,
How's
I
it
get
that have to be
just longbow recurve,
no
No
sight.
sight.
no sights.
Okay.
Can't even
No
bring a
rest.
rangefinder in. Yeah,
Really?
no fall away rest or anything.
Right.
It's no rangefinders. I mean, it's as primitive as
Oh, they
almost
don't
as
let you
primitive as
do
you.
rangefinders.
No.
Oh,
Why
I
do they-
guess that goes against the deal with you can't have anything that like starts a fire or something out in the field because it's by an
Yeah.
ammo plant.
Mhm.
So they
Yeah,
don't
I
want
can't
you to,
bring bring a camera in there either, which stinks. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, but you can bring your phone. You could try to self film with the phone.
No, Like if
Yeah.
you get caught, you're
Really?
pulled out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
and you'll be banned.
All right,
It's
now
a big deal.
You're
Now
in an
we're-
army ammo plant, dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was the Army one.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then after that, I have a Kansas rifle tag. So in December. So a
So
lot.
you got a couple of things to do.
Yeah.
There's some years where I draw nothing, and I'm like, dadgummit, I didn't draw anything cool. And there's some years where I draw too many things.
Yeah.
And this would be one of those years.
What year have you drawn nothing? I swear the last
That's
4
what I'm wondering. I was like, wait,
You've just been
you just
loaded
said
with
there's a
stuff.
year he doesn't draw nothing. I'm like,
Well,
Like, what?
Kansas,
I must have
I've
been
been lucky. I've been lucky with Kansas.
I wouldn't-
The last let's see here. Last 4 years I've drawn 3 times.
Jeez.
So that's, I mean, the statistics show you can draw back-to-back years. It's just not easy.
and we both did. It was
And we
different,
both did.
like putting in for different things. So
Yeah.
that's what's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of a year I just didn't draw anything. It'd been a couple years ago.
Maybe when you were an infant,
Well,
you probably didn't draw anything that year.
it's been
Man, I know.
probably the year before I drew Kansas. It was a tough year. No, I went to Colorado for that. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I draw a lot.
Yeah, you do. You're right.
Yeah. So I have a really long list. So if you guys don't want to hear it, you probably want to fast forward. So my first hunt, early September, Kansas. It's muzzleloader. And then I have Oklahoma. So
I've got Oklahoma too. So yeah.
but I didn't draw. It's just my normal resident tag. So there's my 2 hunts for the year.
Yeah,
I put in the most I ever have this year.
You
And
got
drew one
to.
thing. So, but hey, it's all right. It's all right. I'm batting 100% on public ground right now, and I'm gonna keep batting 100% because I'm not gonna let Kansas beat me this year, and it didn't beat me last year. So, but
whole new area.
yeah,
It'll be fun.
I'm not worried about that. I think the move to the areas we're in.
I agree.
All
I
right.
know where you're going with. I think, yeah, I agree.
So I did some research on a couple other things I will talk about later, but it's in our area. So I'm like, all right, dude. Like
Yeah.
from seeing what caliber comes out of the area we switched to where we were and what was there that we heard about, but we're seeing what is coming out of the areas we're in, different game. And we were on deer in areas that were super hard last year and got it done when we know a lot of people just didn't see the racks. So I really think we have a promising year in the areas we're in. So I'm pumped. I wish I could move to Kansas just for enough time to move where I'm a resident there and get my full time or if they have lifetime, I have no idea, get it
Yeah,
and then
they do.
move to Oklahoma because Kansas is awesome. But I'm sure Illinois and the big deer states, Missouri, I'm sure even Arkansas, stuff like that have good places. But our time in Kansas has been phenomenal.
That's our problem here. We have giant deer, but you can only get one a year. One
That's
bow tag,
Kansas.
and then rifle is depending on where you go. You like my mule deer tag. I got a buddy that's got 6 points, and he hasn't drew his mule deer tag, and I got it in 2 points somehow. Like it takes so long to get muley tags, and then depending on where you rifle hunt for whitetails, it's still bad too.
Yeah, depending what which I need to talk to Gunner and Kyle about this, but depending what early October looks like, which I know Gunner said he's gone, but there's a potential chance we can talk about later that something might work out for us on y'all's way back. So I want to talk about that off record. We have a couple questions about public land. Zach Gajowski said, Do y'all put in for the Texas draw hunts? We are this year unless they closed. If not, then we'll start next year. I haven't looked. That's something I need to tell Gunner about.
I've looked into it. I haven't done enough research on it yet.
And then Zach came back and said, How long did it take you to draw Kansas? I put in for 1 year, didn't draw. Drew last year on my second year and then repeated in back-to-back years this year. So I probably won't draw for another 10. but I did get back-to-back years. And then Gunner, same thing, right?
Yeah, I drew the first year, did not
Yeah.
draw the year after that, then drew back to back. It's about every year. I'm not gonna say guaranteed because like I'll make myself a liar one year, but you have a point. You have a really good shot of drawing after the
Yeah.
year you don't draw.
And then Brian Thomas said, you need to put in for Nebraska. Brian, we've been to Nebraska.
Taylor's rant. He's gonna get on a soapbox here.
My time there was a blast with my friends. Hunting absolutely was horrendous. We got it done. We had some opportunities at little things, but the amount of work we put in and traveling that state and the quantity, not the quantity, no, I should say the quality was few and far between. The quantity in areas was good, but I think there's still areas that can be really good. Or I know there are because I see people get them, but I think I can put enough energy in touching states to find big deer faster than I can Nebraska.
I had a blast. I'm not gonna lie.
Brian
I see what he said.
He said, "I just wanted to hear you cry again."
I had a blast. I would do it again if buddies went for sure because it
Yeah.
was fun. It's tough. Taylor's right on the money. It's real tough. But if I had a group of buddies that were like, let's go to Kansas, I'm not going to say, no, I'll go.
But here's where we probably messed up, G, is everything we based most of our stuff off of was people that had been there early season, right? So we
Yeah.
went up there during muzzleloader season after it's been hammered. I mean, we were getting 6 miles back there and still finding empty peak doe and estrus cans everywhere. And I'm like, what in the world? What do people do here? Just carry this stuff around like cologne, And so, I mean, we would walk and then just see like a little tiny ant, like 1,000 yards out, and they would just be booking it. Well, then you'd glass them and it'd be a whole herd of mule deer. And you're like, how did they see us? We're not even in the open. And then like there was times me and Kyle would walk back and would see them running right down the middle of public ground and would walk back to the truck, get in the truck, circle miles over and get to the other side and get back on them. So I think if you're to go back, it would be early archery. And that's what Brian said. We love Nebraska. I think, Brian, if I remember right, you guys do the early season archery. And I think that could be a game changer is going there before the deer get hammered. Because we saw deer on private. Like we saw huge mule deer on private, even bordered up to public. But then, so we took the time, me and Kyle one day made this plan. We saw these 2 bucks pushing these does on an ag field. Backside of it was public. Well, it had to go down a drainage ditch and then it hit public. On the maps, it looked great. So we hiked back in there. We come over a hill and it was burnt to a crisp. There was cedar trees were just skeletons. Like the grass was black for as far as you could see. And then about 200 yards before that fence line, there was some grass about this tall. And I was like, yeah, there ain't no way those deer are going to leave that to jump on desert ground.
Right.
And, so we sat there for half morning just hoping, something would happen and they would push over and run up to the hills we were in. And yeah, no. We could see them in the spotting scope and they were content.
Couple years though, better. After it burns, it gets real good after that though.
Yeah, see, Brian said we go hold on. Oh, you're back, Raz. I clicked you. There you are.
It took me a
Brian
minute.
said we go early. If that doesn't work, we go during the rut. Yeah. See, that's where I think that could be a game changer, especially if you're out in public. I mean, go early. So and there's a lot of different berries there and stuff like that those deer hit in that September season. That when we were there and we heard about them, we could see the plants, but there was no berries on them. Of course, it's December, so. But I definitely think game changer would be early season.
We went when they were pretty. Let's see here. When we went, it was like everything had kind of happened and they were just kind of holed up.
They were hammered. They've been hammered that time. Like
they were pressured. They had went through rut. Like it was just a lot of different things cultivating into just it being tough. But
I remember when I shot my buck, we were sitting on a hillside and we were beat. We put over 60, 70 miles on boot. And we're sitting on this hillside and me and Kyle were just picking at each other and like just joking and eating a little snack. And we went back to this hillside and kind of walked through it. And I was like, man, it's along a river. And I was like, whitetail are here. We're not going to find the mule deer we want, but maybe we'll luck out. And we're counting turkeys. Like there's hundreds of turkeys. We could see pretty far in this bottom. And it was like 3 hours before dark. And like, it was one of those times I look up and you see feet walking below the trees and you're like, no way. Like I'm hallucinating. Like I should probably drink some more water and a liquid IV right now. Like get something in me. There's no way. And then like a deer steps out and you're like, and you like look at Kyle, or I looked at Kyle like, I wonder if he's seeing this. Should I even tell him? And he's like looking at the deer, kind of looking at me, and we're like, okay, we're seeing what we're seeing. And they jumped out, and then the hill they made, or the hill they went over, and they kind of fed in front of us for about an hour. And then like it was textbook. They walked out, the does put their head up, looked back. Here came a little buck. And I remember seeing that little 4-point jump the fence. Kyle looked at me because it's my time to shoot. And I was like, game over. Like I'm all in for this 4-point. Stuff in Oklahoma when they come out, you're like throwing bark and stuff at when they're when you have nothing else to do, just messing with them. But he came out and I got excited, and then he came out and looked back, and here came feet, and I was like, oh no, I don't care what it is, but it's about to be an upgrade. And that little 8-point that ended up shooting came jumping out, and I was like, yep. But no, it was a blast. That hunt was a blast. The time there that were blasts. Like I said, those deer were so spooky. I was 150 yards out, belly crawling up a hill as slow as I can. I got up to that hill, and I had a little V in the grass. I put my gun through there, and I promise you, as soon as I slid my gun through there, I moved like some grass like this, and all those deer were like, whoop, and I was like, oh no, like I'm done. But luckily, they went back to eating, and I think me and Kyle didn't breathe for like 30 seconds during that time, maybe a minute, because we're like, don't move, which he was up on the hill. I thought he was videoing, but I didn't teach him how to use my camera. So, but a cool thing about that, so I got it done. The cool thing about that, I didn't know where all my footage was, Gunner, and I found an old laptop of mine, and I remember I took it on that hunt, and so I opened it, and all my footage from that trip was there. So I got that today, switched over. So I'm going to put that together. So that's another video. You don't get to see the shot. You get to see a couple misses. You get to see the deer that Kyle shot. That talking about Wisconsin people. Oh, we haven't talked about that. I want to talk about that in a minute. But Wisconsin people stole our deer. But yeah. So
see, that's the opposite of how for us out west.
Yeah. What did you have I'll read that here in a second.
When I had my muley tag, like every time I went for bow, early here is kind of tough depending on where you are. Like they're just not around when it's hot. Like it's hard to find them. They're deep in like these pine canyons around here. But like when I had my rifle tag, they were everywhere. The year I was out there, I probably saw, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks.
Yeah.
Like I was picking through them during rifle season and got it done on one, but I mean, they weren't spooky for us. I don't think anybody had been back in there though. Like where I was hunting, the area I bow hunt a lot, there's not a lot of guys that like push way in there. And the spot that I like usually like scope from and stuff, there's not people that sit up there.
Yeah, Kyle went to North Dakota last year and had really good luck on getting deer. Just random things would happen. Like you'd be almost there, and the deer just get up and move 40 yards and lay back down.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like you could watch a deer for 4 hours and they won't move, and then you'll get ready and then you'll look back and they ain't there no more.
Yeah,
you're like, man, he's been sitting 4 hours.
Yeah, another one was like, I forget what happened. I think he stood up and accidentally slid a rock down the hill and it went rolling down the hill that they were laying in, and they just got up and bolted. So this stuff like that happened to him all year.
That's happened to me a lot. Like just little things out there. Like there's certain parts of our Badlands where like bow hunting is a lot easier, but where we elk hunt and where I've tried to rifle hunt with a bow, it's tough. Like it's got to be so perfect or you just can't get to them. Like you'll be so high above them and everything looks perfect, and you'll be watching them from like 2 miles away. you'll get within 600 yards and you're like, all right, it's going to be perfect. You get to 200 and you're like, where is that deer? Like, this doesn't look anything like what I was looking at. It looked flat, and you're like, I think this deer's like 100 yards like above me. And like you just can't see them. Like the stuff's so thick in some of the spots, and like they'll lay on like a cattle trail, and you'll be like, oh, I can slide right up the side of that, and perfect. I'll pop out and it'll be right there. And you get in there, and it's like you could get 5 feet from them, and you wouldn't even see them. Like
Wow.
it's some of that grass is so thick, and they'll get in like these sage bushes where they'll be out like hiding from the sun, and you can see them so good, but you get down in there, like they're gone.
Yeah, that's what Tanner Russ has said about Colorado. Like he's like, dude, you can spot the big ones all day. He said, but you get in there, he's like, it's like different, 100% different when you get down there.
Yeah, it's and like we've tried like doing like the picture thing, take a picture of the landscape so you can kind of play it. It doesn't work here. Like I've walked 7 miles in one direction to get towards deer, and you get there and you turn around, and you're like, that is not what I've been looking at for 4 days straight. Like it's not the same. Like you think it's not flat.
I wonder if those new rangefinders that can link up to your Onyx are going to be a game changer for that. Because
I wonder if some states are going to make that illegal though. I bet they're not going to.
Yeah, I bet they will if it's a big game changer. But I still think even if you know where they are or roundabout pin, I mean, you're not going to drop it right on them.
Well, that's the thing with Onyx. You can do like the 3D, where you can like pull it up. That doesn't mean anything out there.
Yeah,
it's not accurate. At least for the Badlands, it's not. Like you'll look, it'll look flat. You'll check it, and it'll make it look like it's friggin' up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like you get there, and you're like, okay, it's bad, but it's not that. Like it's hard to play off that.
I mean, just like when I'm setting trail cameras on public and I mark them, I will be on the tree and have a pin on me. I'm like, okay, that's where I'm at. Go back, and I'm like, this isn't it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
luckily I know where they are, but I'm like, all right. So now I just like number them like 1, 2, 3, so I know how many cameras, you know, where they kind of are. But I always remember, or I take a picture of the tree and like step back and take another picture, just to put in the little profile. But it's never accurate. So that's what I was wondering. Would like to get one of those to try, but they're expensive, so probably won't.
Speaking of trail cameras, funny thing, in the Badlands when we were elk hunting, I think we were 3 miles away from a road, and we picked a random pine tree, sat under it, ate lunch, and I happened to stand up and turn around, and I was face to face with a trail camera. I'm like, what in the world is this trail camera doing like 2 to 4 miles out in the middle of the Badlands? And I never ducked so fast in my life. Like that thing just took a picture of me like I was Bigfoot. Like,
yeah,
dang,
that's hilarious. Zach Gajowski commented and said, "Any interest in Missouri or Kentucky?" Yeah, I definitely think. I mean, you're seeing all those big deer coming out of Kentucky right now, so it definitely piques your interest. But I think that's like any other state. I think we're seeing states have a hot year, and then the next 5 years are getting absolutely hammered by people and driving leases up wild. So I think Kentucky is a yes for me, but I don't see myself going anytime soon because of the price. Missouri, absolutely. It touches us. It's actually, an hour and a half for me. I think Missouri's
not far.
No, I'm like, Missouri, absolutely. I wanted to go last year. Didn't work out, but maybe this year.
Gas station there, can't you?
What?
You can get a deer tag at like the gas station there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So. Oh, it's all over the counter.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of public ground. So
right.
I think Missouri. And I've seen people go down there. Like my TV, like I don't know what everyone like watches, but my TV is pretty much 100% YouTube hunting videos and fishing videos. So like if I start thinking about state, I'll like look up Arkansas hunting or Missouri hunting and just start watching. Like lately it's been elk hunting. So I know my wife is getting mad of hearing bugles every night for 2 hours before bed, but so yeah, and a note, if you guys are listening, gonna have a channel, please make a note somewhere that the videos are no kills, because I would like to know before I go in these videos, because the other night I watched 3 back to back, and one was like biggest bull ever, and I'm like, this guy is about to smoke a giant, within 80 yards, and I watch it, and then he glasses it a mile out, and I watch this whole video. I'm like, man, if you would have just told me, I would have still watched it. But my hope, I was like, dude, this guy's about to smoke a giant, and I watched it for an hour and 3 minutes, and it was a no kill, and I was like, yeah. There's actually a guy a few years ago. I watched one of his videos. I'm not going to name drop him, but a few years ago, he put out another video like that, and I watched like 2 or 3 of his videos, and there were no kills. He made him sound like he killed a giant. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna watch these. I watched him. I said, I'm not gonna watch his videos again. One popped up for you, and I was like, I'll give him one more try. I watched it, and there's a no kill, and I was like, nope, I'm not watching your videos for another 4 years until you warn me. At least like Hunting Public will be like, no kill, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch it, see what they did, and see what they did wrong or what they're saying they did wrong for my hunts, but I don't want to watch 3 of them in a row. So anyways, tangent over. But yeah, no, Missouri's definitely, if it's not this year, probably be next year.
I know me and Gunnar have been talking about Ohio for a while.
I'd love to go Ohio.
We got connections.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
I know another guy has connections, and he's not on here right now.
Yeah,
I think he's tired of me. Like, hey, ask that guy if he's serious about letting us hunt that place. So I also want to go to Illinois and then draw Iowa eventually.
I got points in Iowa.
You gotta wait for Iowa.
In Texas,
Too many pictures come out of Iowa lately.
I'd love to shoot a German Shepherd sized deer with a huge rack in Texas.
Go to Florida, do the same thing.
Yeah, Zach Gajowski just said Pennsylvania even looks fun.
Yeah, you gonna hunt the flintlock season, old Zach?
That would be fun.
That would be fun. It's late. It's like 2 weeks or like a week. You can hunt Sundays now there.
You used to not be able to?
Yeah, Quaker State. They used to not let you hunt Sundays. They just passed it like last week. You can hunt now.
That's Sundays. Cool. I love states like that. I love the old traditional stuff.
Blue laws.
What?
That's called blue laws here. Like stuff couldn't open on Sunday.
Yeah.
June. Yeah. They got rid of that a while ago.
Can't sell liquor on Sundays. That was in Oklahoma for a little bit.
Yeah, that was here for a while.
It would suck, though.
Dry counties.
It would suck not being able to hunt on a Sunday evening or something.
I thought you were about to say it'd suck not to be able to drink on a Sunday. I was like, dang, dude.
Oh,
we can get you some help.
Well, I mean, that's how waterfowl is. Is that how it is there, too? Like, we're restricted on certain times and days.
Mm-mm.
Like, when we can shoot geese and stuff. Like, ducks doesn't matter, but, like, geese, it's weird. Like, you can hunt every day. You can only hunt till 2. Unless it's Wednesday or Saturday. And then after like November 20th, then you can hunt on Sunday after 2. It's weird. And I don't know, there's no reason for it. Like, I just don't get it.
We don't hunt much in the evening anyway, so that wouldn't affect us. I see what he said.
That's funny.
Zach Gajowski said I might dress up like Columbus and go to Pennsylvania. Hey, you need to go into that chat and tell people you're going to do that so I can see you get roasted there again. He was in an elk hunting chat and was like, what do you got? Is there a place that lets you rent gear to kind of knock the price down for people that don't need it forever you're hunting? And man, there's people so mad. There's a guy like, you're not going to kill one. And Zach was like, why? And he's like, because you don't have the gear. It's like just being rude. And I was like, man.
I'm about to text Zach back. I don't even look at my direct message all the time. I just realized he sent me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I wish I could get some of those people's address and send them a knuckle sandwich for myself.
We had a guy this last fall that said some nasty stuff on Facebook about us elk hunting.
Yeah.
Some guy said nasty stuff. I commented on the New York Post about Jay Cutler. Like they said something about people were like, "Oh, this is just nothing to brag about." All I said was, I think it is. I mean, he knows how to harvest his own food. That's pretty cool, whatever. And I just I got a guy that went, "You have known nothing about the harvest of animals. You should be castrated." I said, nice. Thanks, guy.
Got me.
Yeah. I said, so aggressive. That's what I said.
You should have just sent the thumbs up.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, all I said was like, I think it is. I mean, he
If only
harvested
you
some
knew who
food
you
and
were messaging
he
on Facebook.
he fed the village. I mean, that's typically how it goes. The village got some food out of it. I mean,
Zach said, I can't wait to kill in New Mexico and send it to all those haters. Zach, the day you do, I will back you up. I'm not going to go in there now. I'll back you up any day of the week, but I'm
what were
not.
they? What
They
were
were
they
just,
saying to him
he was
again?
asking where he could rent, if there's a place he could rent like a nice pack instead of having to buy like an $800 pack and use it once
Yeah.
every 3 years, which is, I agree with him. It's stupid for us to buy a pack. But, and they were like, you're never going to kill. Like, you should have thought of this before. You should have prepared more. Maybe you should get off the computer and do this. I'm like, dude, if y'all knew Zach, like lay off of him, man. But that's like me with like if I went in there and started commenting, all those people, it's like we have ground we're gonna fight that we can't win. But as soon as Zach harvests and goes in there, it's like when the Thunder won the championship. As soon as they won it for me,
Yeah.
I went in there and absolutely hammered people because I was like, now I have the winning side. You can't beat me because my team and I are champs and you're not. So as soon as Zach, I keep calling him Jack tonight. As soon as Zach goes and shoots one, he's on to be champion and I'm on his team and we're going in there destroying.
Well, these are the same guys that comment at him that I don't
Oh,
want
the
to.
guy was a 70-year-old and he was telling everyone how he kills a lot. And I went to his profile and all it was guided hunts. So don't come after a guy that's going to go on a do-it-yourself hunt and tell him he's not going to do anything. And the only thing you have to boast is someone held your hand. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with guided hunts, but don't compare that to a guy that's going to go DIY.
With nothing, that's just asking to rent stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same guys too that go and drive into places they're not supposed to drive and get away with stuff because they're locals. And I'm not saying all locals are like that. Don't come at me, Facebook. But I've been to different areas where people that know the area know how to get away with stuff, and it's outrageous.
Yeah, Zach said one guy came off his high horse and was giving me advice after I pushed back. Dude claimed he shot a 365 or 365-inch bull. Yeah, you'll get that.
Pretty specific inches, huh? Sounds fake.
That's just like anywhere in Oklahoma. It's like, you get in that's why I don't get in those arguments because everyone's like, well, what have you done? I'm like, well, your fame and my fame are going to be different because, like, most of the people that are going to fight that, I shouldn't say most. A lot of those people that have done that have shot big deer and got a lot of help. And that's not my claim to fame. My claim to fame is I do it all by myself. So it's like, yeah, you might have a wall with 50 giants. And there are some people that do it by themselves that kill giants. I know lots of them. We have a lot of them on the podcast. That's why we get them on here so I can learn some stuff. But it's like, why do you have to attack me because I have one on my wall right now? Like, I have some in my garage. I have some, like I have lots of school caps out in my garage. I have some, like stuff I've shot that aren't on the wall. But I'm like, how do you know what I've shot? Because I don't go posting a whole wall picture of everything. Like, it grabs me because some of those guys have like the smallest deer harvested on their trophy wall. And I'm like, all right, here's a video of me passing 4 of those in one day. Like, why even waste your breath to fight people? And that's what I've told people, like, yeah, I passed a 140. No, you didn't. I'm like, you're right. I forgot you were there with me. Like, I forgot we darted him and he was 125. My bad, dude. Like, that's what I do like about filming is I'm like, okay, here's a deer I passed. And everyone's like, all right, you might be right. So, yeah, it's funny. It's just like all your city pages and your little town pages. I mean,
yeah,
I'm a part of like 8 of them because I just like watching the people fight over the dumbest thing.
It's funny to read what people say about their neighbors on them things, or just the city. They're like, the plow destroyed my car today. Well, the last post said not to park on the street today. Like, come on.
If you guys want to see the funniest and the most hate in the world, go to Pawnee, Oklahoma's page.
Oh,
because they fight about anything. I mean, they're like, who put their pet worm in my yard? And I'm like, really? Like, oh, it's crazy. And they're like, so and so did this, and I heard that my uncle who passed away slept with your aunt. And I'm like, well, your uncle passed away, so that's not true. So I don't know why you're spreading that. It's like, it's wild. So if you guys want to see hate, go there. Promise you. And if you're from Pawnee listening, you know what I'm talking about. And if you're from Pawnee listening, be better.
Jamie, I dare you to go on any Western hunting page and just like post on it and say, yeah, I just drew this. I need like help. I don't know where to go. And you will just get
That's
absolutely
that's
smoked.
what we did this fall. Like we found elk, we were fine. Like, and my friend's wife, I was like, hey, just post on there and just see if anybody's like willing to like give us a pointer or something. And this one dude just said the most horrendous things. And it's like I looked on his page, single dude, he's like 65, not a single animal kill on his entire Facebook page. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like this guy is just spreading absolute terrible stuff. And then the next day we shot an elk. I was like, that guy can shove it. Like should have commented the picture of that elk right in that page.
I
You
would've.
you can do things like you can just put on there like, hey guys, I'm hunting the Western Slope. You have any pointers? I've never been elk hunting. You should have thought about that before you put in, sucker.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Get off the couch and the keyboard and go up there and look yourself.
yeah, it's like,
Dude,
whoa, guy.
Ask for the simplest thing ever.
I don't know who hurt you in your young life. We are sorry, dude.
Actually, no, you know what's 10 times worse than that? Look on North Dakota ice fishing pages. Oh my. There'll be people fist fighting in the comments. Somebody will
Oh,
be like,
that's everywhere, dude. I
What's-
promise you.
how thick is the ice on Devil's Lake? There'll be 45 comments of, how about you go look? Like,
Yeah.
God forbid somebody just asks how safe the ice is. Come on, man. We're not
That's
asking
like-
where the fish are. We're just asking if you aren't going to die. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
the
look
one
yourself.
where I live now, there's one, and
Crazy.
they're always like, "Is Highway 20 closed because it floods in an area real bad, and it randomly will, and then we'll get a bunch of rain and it won't." So like, people before work are like, "Hey, is Highway 20 open?" And everyone's like, "Go look yourself." And I'm like, "All right, this person's trying to go to work, needs to know if they need to go around town and leave early. So now you want them to drive out there and look when someone has probably already looked, and then be late to work when they're just trying to figure out if they need to go around town." Like, jeez. So so the ongoing joke in that one is like people post like a polar bear and be like, Highway 20 is closed, it's frozen. It'll be like July. So it's pretty funny to watch that because people get so mad. But yeah, no, when it rains, people ask him, "Oh man," I'm just like, really? It took you more time and hate like that. The amount of hate you have to put in some of those comments literally has to run your day. Because if I'm gonna be that hateful, it's because I'm mad and I'm gonna think about it all day. And it's like I don't know how these people live. So, but yeah,
They
yeah,
live
no,
to comment on Facebook. That's what they
What?
do. They live to comment hateful stuff on Facebook.
yeah. My favorite, me and Justice, my wife, always laugh at the people that are like, the ones that are like, "Are you dating this person?" page, and like, they're posting a picture that someone ghosted them, and they're like, is anyone else talking to him or her? And some of my, I shouldn't say I comment. I've never commented, but it's the people that are like, well, she's a whale, and I look at their picture and I'm like, dude, you're over 400 posting with freaking Star Wars mask in your mom's basement. Well, you don't judge.
Some people, man.
Anyways, I say me and my wife go through the comments and just laugh at what people say on there. Like, really? So yeah, poor Zach, he got attacked. He said, "My favorite over here is this last winter. How's the roads?" Yeah. Yeah, I get it. People, man. We all know the haters.
There's enough of them out there.
Yeah. So yeah, I know we were probably on a bunch of tangents, but
That's
they're
all right.
pretty good. Oh, it's all right. These podcasts are great for that because you get to hang out and talk. But trying to think, that's pretty much all we're doing this year. I really don't. There's nothing crazy.
I guess for deer, you guys hoping for a certain deer? Do you got one yet from last year that you're hoping for, or what?
We should have a few. across the board, because I know I just said that, and there's people that hunt around us are like, "Gotta get the cameras out, boys."
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
Taylor
do.
Taylor has a bunch of deer, right? You know,
Oh yeah, a bunch.
right on his property. He's got like
Up
4
by
or 5
Woodward. Oh crap!
boomers.
I just said Woodward. I wasn't gonna say that.
They only stay on Taylor and go to one side. We'll let you figure out which side they leave the property on.
Yeah, in Cookson County.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
no, it's
got-
funny because Gunner shot a deer, and it's on the news where he shot it, and everyone thinks every deer we talk about is from that county. I'm like, man, we cover about 9 counties. Like, and it's like we could be talking about public land. You have no idea. And so it just cracks me up how
Dude.
far people.
Imagine though, if Gunner posted a picture of a deer, there'd be people at his gate looking for that deer.
They already are. I don't know what you're saying.
Like,
We literally see drag marks of deer that got shot and poached.
We did
and
watch
drag
one
marks
day.
to the road and get thrown in a truck. You can see the drag marks in the blood.
One day we were coyote hunting, I think, or something. We drove by and I said, "Stop." And Taylor goes, "Oh my gosh." It was like a blood streak in the middle of the road. We're like, well, deer just got shot. Like, I don't know. And we share deer, so it's terrible. Taylor, I think, didn't you find one you thought may have gotten poached?
Oh yeah, it's
Ripley?
back ribs. Deer. So I shot mine. I had 2 big ones. The one I shot and got away or died. I don't know. So I haven't found them. And then this other one were my biggest 2 for the year. And I was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna shoot one of them too. Fine, I'm gonna figure out. And I capitalized on the other one, made a horrible shot. And while I was looking for him, I found the other one off the road, broken off somehow, but with ribs shot, and the coyotes ate them up. So my 2 biggest ones were gone in a matter of 24 hours.
Jeez.
So it looked like 22 or 223 shot in the rib during the middle of archery season. I'm like, people. Like, and then during I found the giant deadhead last year, right off the road, at the coyote hunting spot, not anywhere around us, but he's probably a 170.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you crest a hill, go down it, and like there's a little mound right there. He was dropped dead, and I'm like, those people looked and saw one of the biggest deer they've ever seen. And when they're, when anything's up on a little horizon above you and looking at you around, they look 2 times bigger than what they are.
Oh yeah.
And this shot him and probably got scared and left. And then I was coyote hunting, and I was like, I sent a picture to people that were helping me look for my deer, and I was like, I found him, and he's like real tight and real tall, but mine was like super wide and short tined. So I like sent that picture out and I was like, I found him, guys. So it was funny. People were like, really? And I was like, no, I found a different one.
Yeah, there's 2 deer I'm hoping for this year, at least to see them.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes our deer come back. Sometimes mosquitoes carry them and drink their blood and take them somewhere because they just vanish. But we have a good core that if they made it, we potentially could have a couple really big deer. One in particular will be a giant. I mean, he'll be huge. So we'll just pray that he's still around. He showed up early or late season, a little before season ended, and didn't see him after that. But a lot of the people in that area stopped hunting after rifles. So I'm very. I think he made it.
Northwest Oklahoma.
No, directly. If you go south about 20 miles from Tulsa, and then north 40, and then south another 120, and then turn east and drive until you're almost to Arkansas, that's where we hunt.
Yeah.
So take that map and it'll lead you.
I'll lead you there.
It'll lead you to the promised land.
All I have is pronghorn on my place, so don't come deer hunting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was supposed to be deer hunting.
Yeah.
I honestly thought I was just watching the Cardinals and stuff.
Sometimes it feels like you're just watching Tweety birds go by. It really does.
I enjoy it. I try to get the funny stuff on video. So it's a video. I have ADHD, but I pretty much can control it myself. but videoing is easy way to control your ADHD. You're like,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, I'm gonna get you on video, and then you're not like, or if you are, you're like, oh, it's because I was trying to video it, you know what I mean? Or find something to video.
If it was
So-
light out last winter before I shot my doe, there was a coyote hunting the deer. He's sneaking through the grass, following these does that were walking past me. He thought he was sly, and then they're all looking back, watching him. He's thinking they didn't see him, and they knew he was there.
Yeah, I had a weird deal like that in Kansas happen where those deer came out, and or we saw coyotes come from the right to left, and then some deer came from left to right, and one was a little fawn. She's in the video, and she was like foaming out of the mouth, huffing and puffing, running in front of us, and she stopped in front of us and was like, trying to like cough and throw up stuff. And we're like, what in the world? Did she just catch blue tongue and is going to die here or what? But I'm pretty sure because like that field, like Gunner knows this place. Like usually you sit there and you see everyone that I know that's ever hunted. It's like, oh, 20, 30 deer. Like you just got to wait for the one. And we saw 3 deer and they were like, all night. And I was like, what in the world? And then we saw the cats. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, my biggest fear came up yesterday.
mountain lion?
Yeah, my private stuff, there was a mountain lion within a mile of my private. Walked right through town.
Really? We have
He's
mountain lion.
there.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
He's probably living there, honestly.
Yeah, so whenever you go in, when you can't see in the morning, just think that in the back of your mind.
Follow the river, so he's gonna end up on that. I'll probably get a picture of him.
Yeah, so every time your hair stands up on the back of your neck, you know, yeah, there's a kitty cat around.
Dude, no thanks.
We're gonna have to deal with that here pretty. I mean, there's cats here.
They're here, dude. I know people that are in our backyard having pictures of them.
Oh yeah.
So it's just the layout of the land they're in. It's a little bit more hilly and a little more cover. But
I'm
I
in
mean,
fall country.
I mean, right around the corner from us, there's been horses and stuff killed in the last 10 years, magically killed by huge bobcats. But so
We've got country though that might hold one.
and for the people that are
Honestly.
listening to this, when I said big bobcats, I rolled my eyes. So if you didn't see it,
Like I mean, we really might hold one here in the next couple years, like in our area.
oh, they're there, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
I can tell you 3 or 4 people right now that have seen them in the last 15 years, and like they're people that I trust. Like, you know, I'm not just listening to some guy on Facebook. It's well, as a matter of fact, Justin's family was finding losing goats and sheep like 10 years ago, and they were finding them up in trees. You know,
Yeah, that
and
ain't no bobcat.
and then 2 miles away, no, that'd be a mile away. The same time, the neighbor was watching a big cat lay out on a rock behind his house. And that's one of my really good buddies. But he didn't want to tell anyone because he thought he was crazy. And then my wife's family didn't want to tell anyone because they didn't want anyone to think they were crazy. And then I forgot about this one. But my grandma reminded me the other day, we were driving around the lake. And I remember we came around the corner and like since she told me, like even thinking about it now, because I remember after she told me, I was like, I can't believe I forgot that. I was probably 8 or 9-ish, somewhere in there. And when my family owned the local restaurant, so she'd come get me and we'll go around the lake and she'd let me fish or whatever. And we came around the corner and there was a giant cat in the road with that big hotel, and it hunkered down, looked at us, and like it was like my grandma was like, stopped, and we were both like, you know, huge eyed. It disappeared, and I'm like, I remember we were like, what was no, like, and then we agreed not to tell anyone. So I think that's why I forgot, because we agreed not to tell anyone, because she was like, listen, people are going to be thinking like we're huffing paint back here or something if we tell them that story.
See, it's here. If anybody thinks they saw a black bear or a mountain lion, it's on Facebook in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. There was a black bear a month ago by my private, and now there is a mountain lion. Great.
I wouldn't be too scared of a black bear.
No. You just say hi to them, they run away. One's here to at least.
Yeah, they smell and they're like, smell you, and they're gone for 2 months.
Mm-hmm. The mountain lion will follow you around because they'll try to figure out what you are.
don't tell me that, Jamie.
Hey, don't go to Utah. Our professor told us Utah bad. He had a elk tag and a mule deer tag, and he was walking the side of a mountain through the deadfall trees and hopped over a tree, walked like 15, 20 yards farther, just felt something a little off, and he sat down and he turned around. About 5 seconds later, a cat jumped over top of the tree. He just walked over top of him. Sat there,
Oh.
looked at him, watched him for a second, turned around and left. All he's got is his bow. I was like, you were toast. You were so toast.
Let me
Thought they
find
wanted
this.
him.
When me and Kyle were up in Nebraska, we were hunting this area, and we went to Bass Pro and a couple of sports places there to kill some time one day, or an evening when we got there, and it's too dark. Season open the next day, so we're like, oh, let's go see if we can walk by anything that we might have forgot. And everyone was like, it's illegal to pack here, but make sure you have a gun. And me and Kyle are like, okay, we're out of staters. They asked us that first, and then they tell us that like they're trying to scare us, keep us away from here. Like, yeah, whatever. And we go in this area. I mean, it looks like mountain lion prime, like prime ground, right? We walk in and so we walked in. So kind of is a valley, and it went up a big, like a bluff mountain deal from left to right. Well, the trail we walked in was like a biking trail they closed during the hunting seasons. We walked in it, got into a little water drainage, walked up and went over this like outlook on the side of the mountain where we could see everything and see where we walked. But at one point, whatever walked we had to see it. All right. Like it could not get by us. And we're sitting there, nothing, leave. And in our tracks, there's a cat track. Never, ever saw it. And I was like,
They
all
know.
right, yeah, they're not joking, Kyle. Like we might want to pack, and even if we get caught, I'd rather get caught than get, ate. So
I've
but
seen a den in the Badlands once. Like found it. We're like walked past it, you're like, oh, this is weird. And then look at it from like 600 yards away. After you walk by, you're like, I'm not walking by that again. I'm good.
trying to find that picture because there she is.
Well, that's like the hunting public had like a video where they thought like a deer was laying in the grass in the trees, and they walked by it. It was a cat rolling around. Like, nope, I'm good.
So we were sitting up here because I took a picture from the cat track, and right here we could see that. You can obviously see we could see that.
Never saw it walking. That's crazy. It probably followed you while you were going up.
Let me see if I can find a clear picture.
Did it follow you or did it cross you?
No, he walked along our tracks all the way up and then vanished. We don't know where he went.
He probably followed you all the way back to the truck.
I don't know if you can see that.
It's too bright, yeah. Turn your brightness down and then push it forward.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not good.
see him? He walked right here. There's our boot tracks.
Oof. No, I'm good.
This is Bobcat.
Yes, bobcat.
There's another one.
This is just a house cat. It's fine.
There's our boot tracks. There he is.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was like, we got out of there quick. We moved to different parts of the state pretty fast.
My luck, I'd get in the tree and I'd look over and there'd be one in the tree next to me.
Yeah.
That's my luck.
Man, I'm not afraid of much, but big cats.
You never see me try to kill something so fast.
They're just too sneaky. There's a reason why we have to be scared of them.
Yeah.
We're not top dogs, and when we're with them. So, but well, we've been rolling for about an hour and 30. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anyone else have a question? I do want to look at Instagram. I am sorry, Instagrammers. I probably missed some stuff. Yeah, so we have a couple. I just saw them. Cade Morse. That's Cade that came and hunted, right?
Yeah.
He said luckiest man alive to Gunner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows. He knows.
Yeah.
We all
He
know.
knows.
He knows for sure.
And then D03_outdoor said, "What's up, guys? What's up, buddy?" I don't recognize the name, but if I clicked it, I might recognize it. The pictures are faces. So yeah, I think that's all for this episode. This will be up tomorrow morning. So if your friends didn't make it, tell them they missed out. They can still listen to it. And they might get a laugh. They might not. They might be hating in our comments. Who knows? But that's our plan for the year. We have a lot of, and I know we've said this before, but we truly mean it this year. We have a lot of stuff that we're working on. There's a video tomorrow coming out that we made about the Wisconsin buck, about the guy, a little short video, 5 minutes, about the whole guy in Wisconsin getting caught for lying about that buck. So watch that. Definitely comment what you guys think on that. We're still getting a lot of people that reach out through text. I know I've said this multiple times. We appreciate that. But what's huge is if you leave that on a comment, because that just pushes our videos. We are starting back up. We didn't really quit it, but during this time of year, it's kind of people don't want to watch it. So, but we're having a few more. What is it? The outdoor, what did we call it? The local legend? I went blank. We have a couple local legend episodes coming up. Working on more. If there's anyone you guys want on our podcast, comment their name. We will reach out. The deciding factor is if they'll reach back to us. So we've definitely swung for the fences on some people. And this time of year is just hard to get people on. No one wants to talk about it. Everyone's trying to get their money for hunting season. So yeah, check everything out. Video tomorrow. There's a video today. There's a video next Friday. Basically, we should have a podcast weekly. If we have to go to bi-weekly, then there will be a video every other week. So it's going to be, but regardless, I think we're going to move podcasts to Thursdays. We're getting way better numbers on Thursdays, and then videos out Fridays. So you guys can enjoy your weekend and watch our videos. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for joining us. Deuces. I'm ending my